Mr. Scott's arrest came as a result of good old-fashioned police work by St. Johns County deputies. The Shelby County Major Crimes Task Force has been in communication with numerous law enforcement agencies in Florida, including St. John's, over the past 5 days in reference to the whereabouts of Mr. Scott. Those communications were vital to provide Florida law enforcement with the information they needed to facilitate this arrest. The proactive mission to find this vehicle and Mr. Scott led them to locating him and, after a brief pursuit, taking him into custody. I have reached out to Sheriff Hardwick this morning personally to thank him on behalf of our community and the families of the victims. I would also like to thank the United States Marshals Gulf Coast Fugitive Task Force for their assistance in the search for Mr. Scott over the past several days. They played a large role in locating him, and we thank them for their efforts to aid our investigation. I'm also very proud of the hard work and the dedication of our Major Crimes Task Force members and the leadership of District Attorney Jill Lee. They have worked tirelessly over the past 5 days to do everything within their power to conduct an incredibly thorough investigation and to identify the person responsible and take him into custody. Law enforcement in Shelby County is a team effort, and I, as well as my team, are proud to be a part of such a dedicated and professional group. Lastly, to the families of Mr. Tarwater and Miss Whited, we could not begin to understand the grief you feel on the loss of your loved ones. I hope the news of this arrest will bring you some small semblance of peace during this terrible time. Your family were valued members of our community, and their loss is felt throughout our city. On behalf of our department and our community, we will be there for you today, tomorrow, and every day until we see justice served. I'll open it up for questions.
Can you tell us now how the victims were killed and maybe what led up to?
I still cannot, I'm not releasing that.
Chief, what's it like to finally have this guy caught? Everybody in the community can chill out, relax. Everybody in the neighborhood knows he's caught. Is that going to bring a little bit of relaxing for y'all?
Absolutely. More than anything, I believe it brings a reassurance to our community to know that the man we believe responsible for this has been taken into custody, and that everything is safe in the city again.
You said he asked for a lawyer. Did he say anything?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Why was Scott not considered armed and dangerous until 5 days into the investigation?
That's what investigations reveal. We're not going to put out specific or specific things that we don't have any evidence or probable cause to believe are true. Could he have been in possession of something like that? Absolutely. Until the investigation gave us sufficient probable cause to say that, we weren't going to say it.
And after these 2 homicides, were any further crimes committed by Scott to your knowledge?
No, not to my knowledge.
So what have you learned about Scott during the 5-day investigation?
He does not appear to be willing to come home. He's been in the vehicle for the same vehicle, the victim, or the vehicle that belongs to the victim. He's been in that vehicle going throughout the state of Florida for the past 5 days. And that says a lot that he doesn't really want to come back and talk to us about it. So,
does he have any ties to Florida that you?
I don't believe so.
Did he take off for Florida immediately? Did he say anything about that when he left?
He was in Florida shortly after the crimes were committed.
Do you know how he got spotted?
License plate reader cameras. Those are the updates that you guys have seen throughout the state. We have them here as well, and they've been crucial into helping us track him and give us the general location of where he was.
And you can't really say a motive at this point?
We don't know. We can only speculate at this point, and I'm not gonna talk about that publicly. But that's obviously one of the things that me personally I would like to know is why. What would cause an individual to do something like this?
Chief, when police got behind him, did he come in without incident, or how did the arrest go?
From what the sheriff explained to me was that they had been advised, they had received our notifications to be on the lookout for this individual, and through the license plate cameras, they knew that he was in the general area, and their deputies were being very vigilant and looking for it, and there was a deputy that was on regular patrol that saw the vehicle, got behind it, confirmed the same tag number. He waited for a couple of more deputies to assist him. They had tried to effect a traffic stop. He went on a brief pursuit. They effected the pit maneuver, which basically spun him into a controlled spin. And at that point, he surrendered, and they took him into custody.
Did he have a weapon on him, a firearm on him?
We don't know yet. We have, that's what our crime scene investigators that are on the scene down there right now, they're processing the vehicle, and I'm waiting to hear back from them. The St. Johns County Sheriff's Office has been extremely helpful in this as far as allowing their personnel to assist us and process this vehicle. So I hope to know more later on today.
At any point in time, was he traveling with anyone else, and was he on any medication for any sort of mental illness, perhaps?
I don't know.
Was he injured?
I'm not going to comment on that just yet. We're still waiting. I'm waiting to hear back. Part of the investigative process that we are doing in Florida right now is pertaining to that and to kind of continuing to piece this case together a little bit.
I know pretty much everything that you're getting is secondhand from the officials in Florida, but at any time throughout this entire process, did he seem any bit remorseful for what he did? Did they say at all?
That I don't know. We would have liked to, prior to now, we would have liked to have had the opportunity to sit down with him and discuss what happened. And we did not receive that opportunity, so we don't know yet. I don't know if he is remorseful. I don't know what his involvement was or wasn't at this point. But that's what we hope, that we'll be able to get some resolution to that now that he is in custody, and we'll be able to move forward.
And I know there was another person inside the home. Have they said anything about what happened during that time?
No, and out of respect for their privacy, I'm really not going to discuss anything else. But we have spoken with that individual, and we don't believe that they were aware of anything that had happened.
And Scott is the sole suspect at this time. We're not looking at anyone else.
Correct.
Anything you want to add, Chief?
That's it, really. I'm incredibly proud of the work of our guys in this task force and all of the agencies that have come in to assist us. We've been flooded with calls offering support, offering assistance with tips from our community, and we thank you for that. We can't do this alone, and it just makes me feel that much better to be a part of this community, that we have such an outpouring of support. And I know that we're going to wrap our arms around that family and get them through this.